Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about the marine pollution with you. We have five parts together. Part 1, marine pollution. Part 2, nuclear pollution. Part 3, damage to marine ecology. Part 4, early attempt. And Part 5, final outcome. The first part is marine pollution. What is your impression of the ocean? So there is a question for everyone. What's your impression of the ocean? In my opinion, the ocean is always beautiful, inclusive, and mysterious. But with the increasingly serious destruction and exploitation of the ocean by human beings, a new term has burst into people's vision: marine pollution. The marine pollution means it includes two aspects. One is seawater pollution, the other is damage to marine ecology. They all have a bad impact on ocean. And part 2 is nuclear pollution. In last year, Japan nuclear wastewater discharge is happened. And in Chernobyl, in 26 April 1986, it also have a damage too. And part 3 is damage to marine ecology. Just like plastic waste, and apart from visible plastic pollution, there are many invisible pollutants such as agricultural chemicals, persistent organic pollutants, heavy metals, and endocrine disrupting chemicals waiting for us to understand, discover, and solve. So, pesticide increase the stress on corals, more sensitive to high water temperature, more likely to blanch. And at the same time, the toxic substance accumulate in the sea and cause toxicity to marine animals through enrichment, which also endanger our lives. Our lives. And then I did some early attempts. Essentially, I want to use this personification attempts, sea creatures or mutated sea creatures to make stop motion animation or books. I think we still have a lot of work to do, especially focusing on the script and graphics. Storyboarding, finally, through such a presentation, people can pay attention to the whole story of this incident and think about how people and this ocean can exist in the future. This is my outcome in the early time too. And then in last week, I got some feedback and had some thinking. After the intentional feedback, the teachers expressed that although this illustration and patterns looked great, I did not clearly express their connection with nuclear pollution and marine pollution, and they looked a bit too beautiful. Do people think that these pollutions have made marine life better instead of worse? At the same time, the teachers also asked me to think about whether the topic selection is too one-sided. Of course, Nuclear wastewater pollution has a great impact on the future of marine life, but they have also been harmed by other pollution, such as plastics and noise and so on. And this some material creation for my for my small video. I create like color, like lace and so on. And finally, I drew 622 pictures by hand and finally returned the focus of the future to human beings themselves. And here I will show what I did. Okay. Oh no. And finally, I wanted to talk about my groups and my reflective thinking. Although this assignment was a group assignment, it was actually completed by my alone. I gave Wei Xixu many opportunities, but when I asked him about his progress, he always made no progress, and he still had nothing to do until the morning of March 3rd. None have been done. Back to the topic itself, at first I just wanted to study the future impact of Japan's nuclear pollution on marine life. Max thought it was okay and wrote a sticky note for me so that I could read the books of Rabbi and Daisy. When we communicated again during the tutorial in the second week, he told me that it could be made into animation or games. This made me difficult because neither of these two fields were what I was used to. I had to choose to stay in my comfort zone or go out, come out and meet the challenge. That's a question, so I tried to construct some images of marine life after nuclear pollution in my imagination, which was loved and appreciated by two female teachers. However, some questions also arose. First of all, is it necessary to emphasize the impact of Japan's nuclear wastewater discharge? What about the impact? Plastics, heavy metals, noise, and many other pollutions cause huge harm to marine life all the time. Secondly, as polluted marine creatures, are their images too beautiful, and will they cause misunderstandings in terms of intention and impact on the audience? After receiving feedback from these two times, I carefully thought about my theme and finally decided to return the impact of human beings to humans themselves. Through the concept of pollutant enrichment, I will use the concept of pollutant enrichment as the theme of my animated short films throughout. Although I have never done animation, but I also know that the more you draw, the higher the frame rate will be and the smoother smoother. Maybe the animation will be. So I hand painted 622 pictures starting from the garbage produced by human beings in daily life, including paper bags, plastics, ceramics, and so on. The picture was shot by the waves and changed to the harm caused to animals. Polar bears lost their homes due to the greenhouse effect. Hermit crabs can only live in the can abandoned by humans. Poster sea turtles are entangled in plastic and suffer all their lives. The effect planted by this long ago cause has returned to the humans themselves in order to remind us that protecting the ocean is to protect humans. Oh, that's all. Thank you. Thanks for listening. Thank you.